Today, we bring our hearts, souls, all that we have in deep prayer for peace for our planet. God willing, we will bring our all that we have from the depths of our hearts and call on the divine powers, especially divine powers of peace and of wisdom, to surround our planet and infuse into all of the inhabitants of the planet and to, God willing, penetrate the hearts of our leaders to steer the actions of all of the people, including each of us and all of those who we love and care for. So, and I will say, I posted a song on my Facebook page just a little while ago, just a few minutes ago, actually, from David Wilcox that was written and performed many years ago, 15 years ago at least. And I think this performance is from like 12 or 13 years ago. It's a song about Jerusalem and the fight over the Holy Lands that has gone on for so long, and about bringing us together as one rather than fighting each other. And we extend those prayers for the entire planet. So let's go ahead and come into our circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Let's imagine us sitting side by side, forming one big circle. And bringing everything that we have to face toward the center of the circle. Bring your eyes to face forward, your ears to bring their attention to face forward, your nose, your mouth, everything facing to the center, to the hub at the center of the wheel. Bring your heart forming a spoke, connecting with the hub at the center of the wheel. Your rib cage, solar plexus, your belly space, your hara, your hips, and all of your being, all of your attention and focus toward the center. Together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine, feel, perceive this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, creating a space of purification, a space of cleansing, a space of illumination, a space of truth. And let this light surround and penetrate you as well, creating a space of light, of cleansing, of purification, of truth, of illumination of truth within you as well. And just breathe this in, breathe this light in, let it infuse into your cells, travel through your pores, travel along the electrical circuitry of your body, through your nervous system, with cleansing and purifying any of the static from your electrical system, from your nervous system, and bringing you into a place of harmony, of homeostasis, settling you into your body, into a place of light, of illumination, of trust, and of peace. Breathe that in all the way into the core of your body. And as you exhale, drop down along that core and land into your hips, upright into your vertical core, and feel that pillar of light as it streams through the top of your head, running through the center of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Streaming through the top of your head, through your head space, through your throat, through your chest, through your heart center, through your solar plexus, through your belly space, through your pelvic floor, grounding you into your body, stabilizing you at the core of your body, giving you a place of light, of illumination, of truth, and of peace. And again, as you inhale, draw all of your energy and focus and attention into your vertical core. As you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, land into your hips, and slightly engage your lower abdominal muscles where that center of gravity is in your physical body. Anchor yourself into your center of gravity. That's your place of strength, your wellspring of life force energy, your stabilization, place of balance. Stabilize yourself, anchor yourself into your center of gravity, land into your hips, upright your conscious body into this pillar of light at the center of your physical space, and allow yourself to be infused with this pure divine light. And again, together we call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. Just imagine this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, infusing and filling this space with pure love that penetrates and surrounds everything, that knows no conditions, that could care less about the conditions that our humanity places upon each other, places upon love. Love is love, and it loves unconditionally because that's what it is and that's what it does. So imagine this love infusing into everything, infusing this vibration of existential love into everything. And let this love, let your heart center face into this love, the funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart. Let it face into this stream of unconditional love, and let this love be breathed into the center of your heart with every breath. Let that funnel of energy at the front of your heart space be a breathing portal, and breathe that love into the center of your chest, breathing it deeper and deeper with each breath. And as you exhale, release the clutter, release the tension, release the shields of armor that cover your heart. Or if it feels like you need those shields of armor right now, that's okay. Just let this love move behind them and touch into the depths of your heart center, infusing and pouring into the center of your body, into that vertical core, this stream of unconditional love, blending in with that pure divine light. And let this be the radiance of your vertical core, radiating with unconditional love and pure divine light. And again, as you inhale, draw all the parts of yourself into your vertical core. Exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, anchor into your center of gravity, and upright into this vertical core, this space in front of your spine. And as you do, feel this vibration of pure divine light and unconditional love vibrating along your vertical core, and allow it to infuse into you. You infuse into it. Become one with the resonance of this pure divine light and unconditional love. And again, together we call on our source. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. This is the ocean of living consciousness that is pure compassion that extends beyond our earthbound time and space realm into the cosmic dimensions and beyond. The infusion of pure compassion the ocean of living consciousness that swims through all things, infuses into all things, and all things rest into, and let your entire being, as you inhale and draw all of the parts of yourself into this vertical core that is resonating with pure divine light and unconditional love. As you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, anchor into your center of gravity, upright into your vertical core along the front of your spine, and let your entire being rest into this ocean of eternal compassion. Let yourself be held by this compassion. Feel yourself supported in this ocean of compassion, in this womb of compassion, this protective space that holds you, surrounds you, protects you, encompasses you, and feel yourself held in this womb of compassion, where you are completely loved, completely accepted, completely held, completely protected. And I had the honor of getting to know a young girl years ago at the time who was 6.5 years old. She talked about being in the womb. She remembered being in the womb. She remembered being born. She remembered the whole thing from a spiritual perspective, from a soul perspective. And she said that she liked being in the womb because when you're in the womb, you're still connected with that umbilical cord, right? You're in the womb, you're attached. And she liked being there because you could go back. When you got scared, you could go back and ask questions. And her mom said, "Really? And you got scared? Well, what happened?" And she says, "Well, Mom, you get to see everything. They show you a movie of your whole life before you come here." And Mom said, "Really? And it's scary? Well, can you change it?" And she said, "No, Mom, it's not like that. You see, God has everything all worked out. And it's like going to school and you have to learn lessons." Your mom says, "Really?" She says, "Well, do you remember the movie?" And the little girl said, "No, Mom, that would be like going on a treasure hunt when you already know the treasure." It might seem strange to believe that this is a treasure hunt and we're searching for the jewels of the treasure and that it's an exciting thing. But she talked about the womb as a very safe place, a place where you were still very much connected with the beings on the other side of the veil, other side of this constriction, the constriction of consciousness that we experience while we are in the separated human bodies after the umbilical cord is cut. We perceive ourselves as separate, and yet we are not. But we've forgotten. We do forget. And that's what sends us on this treasure hunt in search of the jewels. And in reality, we are still held in a womb of compassion, where we are still connected with the guides and the beings, our unseen support team from the other side of the veil, or at least the other side of the veil of our consciousness. It doesn't mean they're separate from us in this physical realm. They're just on the other side of the veil of our consciousness. But we can communicate with them. We can call on them for support and for help. So let's take a moment and do that now. We call on them and ask for their help, ask for their support, ask for them to, whatever is on your heart. Let me just say, if your heart is carrying heaviness, if your heart feels burdened, if your heart feels fear, ask for their help and support with whatever you feel your heart needs. Ask for them to help you to feel this sense of connection and of safety and of trust. The poet Rumi says, "These forms we seem to be are cups floating in an ocean of living consciousness. What we are is ocean, too near to see, though we swim in it and drink it in." He says, "Don't be the cup with the dry rim or one who rides all night, never realizing the horse beneath his thighs or the surge that carries him along." So feel yourself contained in this womb, floating in this ocean of living consciousness. Be the open cup. Let the waters of mercy, the waters of life, life-giving, life force energy, let it flow through your cup, cleansing you, purifying you, releasing you from the tension and the constraints that hold you in places of fear and worry and doubt. This is a realm of impermanence. And feel yourself. As best you can, let yourself rest into this ocean of eternal compassion. And let the waters flow through you, cleansing you, purifying you, filling you with this pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. And imagine the entire meeting space or virtual meeting space as this open cup with these waters of pure divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion flowing through our cup, cleansing, purifying, releasing us from that which we hold tight to out of fear, out of that sense of survival, and let that water flow through, releasing the fears from our bodies, releasing the tension from our bodies, and helping us to rest into trust, to feel a sense of safety, a sense of peace, a sense of light, a sense of love. And now let's imagine the entire planet, the planet Earth, and all of her environment at the very center of our circle. And let's imagine this pure divine light shining on the Earth, penetrating through her atmosphere, through all of the layers of her atmosphere, and infusing into her surface and all of the inhabitants that exist upon this earth, infused in pure divine light, being cleansed, being purified. The truth of love and peace and compassion being illuminated from within, cleansing them of their fears, cleansing them of their wounds, and I should say us, cleansing us of our fears, cleansing us of our wounds, cleansing us of all of the ways in which we've disconnected from the laws of nature and the laws of love. And just see that being washed away from the planet, from the environment of the planet, from the surface of the planet, from all of the inhabitants of the planet. from the waters of the planet, from the soil, from the plants, from the animals, and especially from the human beings, as we are the ones that have the free will, which gives us the capacity to operate outside of the laws of nature and outside of our own value systems. And just imagine, see this water, cleansing it all and purifying and cleansing our planet and all of the life on the planet and in the planet and surrounding the planet and of the planet. Letting that water of mercy, water of truth, that regenerative life force of the waters, cleansing, purifying, restoring, and reviving the sacred life force, the pure life force, the life force of the wisdom and the innocence. And just hold your heart if you can to bow to the sacredness of our planet, to the light, the laws of nature, the divine truths, and the divine powers that play out to make themselves known to us through this life journey on planet Earth. And let these powers be cleansed, be cleansing and purifying of our planet. The divine powers, the sacred powers prevail on our planet that guide us to truth, to wisdom, to peace. When Neil Douglas Klotz in his book writes about, one of his books writes about the peace. When you wish peace upon one another, what you're wishing them is the peace that existed before there was anything other. When only peace existed and there was nothing else. So imagine that peace upon our planet, infusing the layers of the atmosphere of the planet and infusing into the planet herself, into the soils, into the waters, into the plants, into the many layers all the way to her core, the heart of our Mother Earth, infused with pure peace. I envision a pure peace that would shake off anything other, anything that is not here for her highest good, restores her life force, revives and regenerates her vibrance and her health. And imagine this peace infusing into the soil, the waters, the plants, the trees, the air, the animal, the minerals, and the people, the bodies of the people, and the humanity of the egos of the people, infused with pure peace. Just imagine the physical bodies of the people infused with pure peace. And let this move through you as well. As it moves through each of us, infusing us with the peace that existed before there was anything other than peace. And this requires a deep letting go of all of the ego attachments to this material existence and the things that we believe we need in order to be sustained here. A deep trust and a deep letting go. And for all of the people who are suffering from all of the many wars on our planet, let's just imagine this deep peace penetrating into the depths of their hearts. Bringing the deepest healing possible to their hearts. Holding them in love, holding them in mercy. Lifting their hearts and souls to receive the deepest healing possible. I personally feel compelled to ask for forgiveness. If you feel so, please do. On behalf of the humanity, because really there is no separation between any of us. We can't take sides and point fingers. We're all here as one, playing out this journey on planet Earth. I will tell you, some of my friends say that they, I don't know to what extent they support what is happening on our planet, but they let it go because they believe what needs to happen. All of this needs to happen in order for everything to collapse so that we can return to what is real and what is true. And there may be truth in that. And even so, where do you want your heart to be? Is as if things really do have to collapse, or whatever state we're in at any given moment, where do you want your heart to be? Where do you want to direct your prayers? Do you want your heart to be filled with love and compassion and caring for one another, or do you want to be a part of what is creating the chaos and the strife and bringing it down? Regardless of where things are, what the future holds, what you believe or don't believe needs to happen, where do you want your heart to be? I personally want my heart to be on the side of love, of compassion, of caring, of peace, of equality, of justice, of freedom. And I'll bring my prayers there over and over and over and over again, as long as I have prayers to give. Oh, find the compassion in your hearts. Find the sincerity. We are one humanity moving through this life journey together. And as one, when you think of the cells of the body, if there is a cancer in the body, like the cancer can overtake the body, or the healthy cells can overtake the body as the cancer dies off and crowd out. So I see it as we are all human beings, cells of one body in the humanity that exists within our planet Earth. The more that we can make ourselves the healthy cells that hold the vision of peace, hold the waters of mercy, vibrate with compassion, care for our brothers and sisters, with acts of love, with sincere prayers, with kindness, with whatever we can find within ourselves to align with these pure, sacred powers of wisdom and truth and unity. The more we can uplift the larger body and crowd out the cells that create the cancers and the sickness on our planet. So bring the sincerity in your hearts, the depth of yearning for love, for peace, for compassion, for unity, for understanding, for acceptance, for truth. Do your part and let the wisdom of nature do its part. The wisdom of nature will do its part. The wisdom of source will do its part. Be the peace. Be the peace. So we call on, again, the divine power of peace. Ya salam, ya shalom. Let it resonate in your heart, the yearning for peace, to infuse everything within the planet and on the planet with peace and with wisdom. With peace and with wisdom and with truth. The highest light of truth, the light that illuminates, the light that purifies, the prophetic light. Just imagine this again, infusing into our planet, infusing into all of the layers of the atmosphere of the planet, this prophetic light, infusing into the surface of the planet, into the waters of the planet, into the soil, into all of the layers of the planet, into the minerals and the rocks, the plants, the grasses, the trees, into the animals, and into the human beings, being infused with this prophetic light, a light of peace, a light of compassion, a light of truth, a light of pure existential and unconditional love, lifting the vibration of the planet, transmuting, crowding out releasing any other, restoring us to a place of peace before anything other existed. Just imagine this infusion of peace and wisdom and light completely surrounding and penetrating our planet and all of our inhabitants. And let it move through you as well, feeling the existential peace that existed before there was anything other than peace. Let it vibrate through your entire body, all the way into the core of your body, into your heart. Let it be the breath that breathes you. Let it be the nourishment that circulates through your body, feeding every cell of your body with this existential peace. Be the peace, and let the peace be you. Be the peace, and let the peace be you. Be the peace, and let the peace be you. Allow yourself to just fall into this river of peace, this ocean of mercy and compassion, and be one with this ocean. Peace, mercy, compassion, wisdom, justice, equality, no separation, oneness. And just feel yourself as you really infuse into this peace. Just release the tension from your body, fall into this place of trust, and feel the freedom. Feel the freedom. And as you experience it, feel it move throughout the entire planet. Again, calling on the unseen support team for help to release the pains, to release the darkness, to release the hatred, to release the othering, that sense of separation that allows us to hurt each other and pretend like we are not hurting ourselves. Let that be released. Let the cries of the mother and the grief, let it have space to move and to be lifted. The cries from the planet be lifted and released as she is filled with the waters of peace, mercy, compassion, justice, equality, and freedom. And if you need support for yourself, call in your unseen support team. Ask them to release from you the pains and suffering of your own heart, the cries and the grief from your own heart. As cells of one body, we are not separate from the cries of our Mother Earth, the cries of our own hearts are merged with hers. And take a deep breath and let your breath scoop up the cries and the grief from your heart and from the heart of the Mother Earth. And let it be released with the exhale. With each breath, let the grief be released. Let the cries be lifted to the heavens, and let the prophetic light and the wisdom and the mercy and the compassion fill the heart, your heart and the heart of the planet with the existential peace and visualize this peace if you can, or whatever way of perception works for you. And ask yourself, what does peace feel like? What does peace look like? What does a life living in peace, in planetary peace, how is that for you? And ask to be shown. Like what is beyond your imagination, just ask to be shown. And if it's not shown to you in this moment, just ask that it unfold for you over this next week. So that you'll have a sense of what it feels like to experience peace, planetary peace on a daily basis. What does it mean to live in peace? And let yourself hold the vision. Be open to the vision and hold the vision. The existential peace that exists when there is nothing other than peace. And if you can imagine that and feel that in your body, let your being be infused with this vibration and the sensations that go along with it, and the visions, the imprints, the images. Let them be infused into your physical body, and be open to hold this. Hold this in your physical existence, in your vibrational existence, in your energy body, in your mental body, and in your heart. Be a walking vibration of peace that exudes the peace, embodies the peace, grounds the peace into the earth, and holds that so that those around you can sense that peace, be attracted to that peace, and allow that peace to also resonate through their bodies so they too can become beacons of peace as they walk the planet. Anchor this peace into the core of your body. Let it ground you into your body. Rest into it. Drop into your hips. Let it move through your pelvic floor, through your legs, through your feet, and into the earth, anchoring into the earth. Be the peace. Anchor into the peace of the planet. And imagine this peace. You know how the trees and the mushrooms have this mycelial network underneath the surface of the planet through which they communicate with each other? Is let your energy body penetrate into the planet, and let's create that web of communications of peace, a network of peace that infuses into the surface of the planet, surrounds the planet with this communication of peace, this vibration of peace that infuses and circulates and communicates peace to all of life on the planet. Let your entire being be a part of that. As this network becomes its own network, it continues to circulate the peace and spread the peace throughout to all of us to help us to sustain the peace as we move along this planet, becoming the beacons of peace, exuding the vibration of peace, helping to restore the peace to the cells and the other bodies on the planet, restoring the peace, restoring the life force, restoring the justice, restoring the freedom. Let's take a moment for gratitude as you feel this peace within your being and feel this peace grounded into the planet and circulating throughout the earth. One love, one light, one peace for all beings, for all beings. All cells of one body, no separation. All restored to health. All restored to peace. Be and it is. Be and it is. Let it be within you. And let it anchor. When we go into gratitude, it really anchors the vibration into the cells. So you can carry it into your cellular consciousness throughout your life as you move about the planet. But I'll open for Q&A and discussion now. I'll go ahead and close the recording. If you're listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and replays. When you do, you'll receive 2 free gifts. One is a one sheet that you can download, make a part of your a reminder for yourself of who we are, what this Earth journey is about, why we're here, what is this Planet Earth reality show. And the second one is a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you'll make a part of your daily practice to connect you with the pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is who you are and what you are at the core of your being. And with that, I thank you very much. We're opening now for Q&A. If you're not here with us live, we'll see you next week.